In this video, we're going to talk briefly about SEO. It's a huge topic worthy of an entire course. So I just want to give you a few tips and some things that business owners frequently get wrong as they try to improve their search rankings. The first thing is that you have to recognize that just because you built the website does not mean people will come. There are thousands and thousands of other companies just like yours, all competing for a place at the top of search results. So you want to be sure to avoid these search mistakes. Trying to stuff too many keywords in a single page. Every page should have a unique purpose and have one primary keyword or theme that runs throughout the page. But I sell 5 different products. Great. Have 5 different pages. Don't try to get one page to rank for more than one keyword. Make sure that the content on your page is relevant for the keyword you're trying to score for. Make sure your page titles and your subheads and everything are all relevant to that one phrase or term. Avoid repetitive page titles or meta descriptions. Having every page on your website say essentially the same thing in the meta description or title. Web design company, Indianapolis, samples. Web design company, Indianapolis, work with us. Web design company, Indianapolis, something else. Not only is it boring for human beings, but it's boring for search engines. They are robots and they will be confused if too many pages appear to be covering the same information. Make sure you use page titles. If you've got a WordPress website, you want to install either Rank Math or Yoast SEO that will allow you to create a page title that displays in search that may or may not match exactly what's on the page when people come. It should be related, but you can construct your page title to take advantage of all of the characters that Google will allow you to display, 70, and hit on the keywords that you want search engines to focus on. You also want to use subheads and headlines throughout your page. Not only does this improve the visitor experience, it makes it easier for search engines to categorize your website, to understand what the page is about. And finally, inconsistent citations. This is the address, the physical address of your business. Everywhere you write your address, it should be exactly the same. So human beings are going to see ST period or STREET, and they're going to read both of them as street. Search engines are not going to see those as identical. So make sure if you abbreviate east with an E period in one place, you do it consistently everywhere on your website, on Google My Business, on your Facebook page, anywhere your company address appears. It needs to be 100% consistent, or it will negatively impact how you appear in local search results. Some other things to keep in mind. Old and thin content. Search engines want to be presenting the newest, latest, and greatest information, the best resources possible when people search. And so if you haven't updated one of your most important pages in a while, it's going to appear less and less often in search results as new content on your competitors' sites takes its place. Thin content is essentially under about 500 words. If you have, other than your homepage and the contact page, if you have pages that have 200 or 300 words, you've got two choices. Either combine the page with another page or add more content. It's not worth visiting, and search engines will not send visitors to a site that has nothing but thin pages filled with possibly out of date information. Unlabeled pictures. These days, something like 27% of all search is image search. So every time you upload a picture to your website, you want to make sure that it's titled correctly. I know on your camera it's called JPEG 1, but last time I looked, nobody goes to Google and searches for JPEG 1. They search for pictures of whatever it is they're looking to buy. Blankets, plumber services, attractive web design, whatever it is that you are actually selling, make sure the pictures that you put on your website are titled. Not only does it make it easier for search engines, but it makes your overall website more accessible. As more and more people are using devices to help them overcome accessibility issues. People who are visually impaired may be reading your website and using a scanning tool. And if they get to a picture that's simply called JPEG 1, it's not going to be very helpful. You want to avoid duplicate content. This was an old SEO trick that has pretty much backfired these days. People, especially if they had multiple service areas, would create the same exact page over and over again and simply call it plumbing Westfield, plumbing Greenwood, plumbing Carmel. Don't do that. Have a page that lists all your service areas and have one page that describes what you do. If you want to create content for each of your service areas, write individual blog posts that talk about something you did in that community. And we've talked about this before, slow page speed. People just do not have the attention span to wait for your pages to load. And so, as you're looking to improve your SEO for your website, what you want to do is keep these mistakes in mind and begin to shift your thinking. Stop obsessing about ranking for a single keyword. With millions of plumbers worldwide, you're not going to be number one for plumbing, and it's okay. Instead of focusing on the keywords, focus on the questions that customers have. Come up with niche questions. Why does my furnace smell funny when I turn it on at the beginning of the season? Can a plumber fix this water problem? Not everyone who's looking for a plumber is going to have that question, but the people that do are going to find you. Other things you can do to improve your content, which in turn will improve your search results. Use natural language. These days, with voice search, the more closely your content matches the way people really talk, the greater chance that you will actually win search. You want to have a purpose for every page. It should, again, have a unique page title and unique keyword content. You want to be frequently updating, and don't forget relevant links. Google no longer values links as highly as it once did, but a good link to a relevant external source is still going to help your SEO. And a good inbound link, well, that's gold. Okay, go off, take a look at your pages and see if you can clean up some of these mistakes.